right now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, welcome back to weekly update session on current banking and financial awareness. Here these banking updates I am covering between 16th July to 25th July, which will useful for your all upcoming banking related exams. So that friends, you can also download this lecture PDF from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel link I have given in description section. Friends, you can also follow our channel on social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram. So this channel links I have given in description section. Friends, now let's begin our session. And friends, watch full video and don't forget to miss read any question, which is very important for your upcoming examinations. Now let's begin our session. Now the question says, Reserve Bank of India has cancelled license of which urban cooperative bank limited recently? So recently RBI has cancelled license of which urban cooperative bank? Now we'll see the options. Options are A. Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank, B. Besant Catholic Cooperative Bank, C. Dr. Shivaji Rao Patil Neelangekar Cooperative Bank, D. Citizen Credit Cooperative Bank Limited. In none of this. Friends, the right answer is option C. It is Dr. Shivaji Rao Patil Neelangekar Cooperative Bank. Friends, recently Reserve Bank of India has cancelled license of this urban cooperative bank, that is Neelanga Urban Cooperative Bank. So the bank won't able to conduct their bank business as per the rules of this, as per Bank Regulation Act 1949 under Section 5B and Section 56. So as per these sections, Section 5B and Section 56 of this BR Act 1949, as per this act, as per these sections, so now this cooperative bank cannot continue their business. What is the main business? Lending and this one, mainly lending business. This bank, no, it is lending business. So accepting deposits and lending money, no. So that is it. So the reason for this cancellation of this license is the bank didn't have the required capital, and also it is earning prospects and failed to fulfill their norms under certain sections, that is 22(3), 22(a), 22(c), like that. Many sections are there. So these are sections that comes under Banking Regulation Act 1949, BR Act 1949. So under this section, RBI cancel license of this urban cooperative bank. That name is Dr. Shivaji Rao Patil Neelangekar Cooperative Bank. Now moving on to next question. The question says, the business accounting software called BUSC has collaborated with which bank to offer banking solutions? The business accounting software, the software name they are calling as BC. So it has collaborated with which bank to offer banking solutions? Now which is the options? Options are A. Axis, B. Bank of Baroda, C. ICICI Bank, D. State Bank of India. In none of this. Friends, the right answer is option C. It is ICICI Bank. Yes, ICICI Bank has collaborated with this software accounting software company, that is BC. So it is providing bank solutions. So due to this partnership, the users of this BC will be able to reconcile their banking statements in an automatic manner. So they'll perform tasks like accounting and fintech bank details, making transactions through software, this software. So ICICI Bank current account holders so will be able to securely connect their banking accounts to this software, that is BC software. Suppose especially ICICI as providing this software for current account customers, so they can connect easily through this tech software. So with using this BC, so they can, their queries, they can respond, their needs for opening of their current accounts and transaction, everything they can connect easily through this software. So that is a BC. That's the software name. It is calling as BC. So here the right answer is option C. It's ICICI Bank. So finally, this the business accounting software called BC has collaborated with ICICI Bank to offer banking solutions. Now, when it comes to starting part of this question, the headquarters of ICICI Bank, of course, it's Mumbai, and this BC accounting software, this company also, this company headquarters it is in New Delhi, and the MD and CEO of this BC accounting software, Dinesh Kumar Gupta, he is the MD of this software company, BC. And when it comes to ICICI Bank present MD and CEO, Sandeep Bakshi. So that's all about this question. Now moving forward in this section, the next question says, Reserve Bank of India has barred which of these global card players from onboarding new domestic customers on its network from July 22nd of 2021. Now which is options? Options are A. Citibank, B. Visa, C. MasterCard, D. America Express, in none of this. Friends, Reserve Bank of India has recently barred global card player of MasterCard. So option C, it is MasterCard, that is Asia Pacific Private Limited. So from onboarding this new domestic customers on its network with effect from 22nd July over non-compliance with local data storage regulations. So this card player, this MasterCard in Asia and Pacific private limited. So this onboarding new domestic customers so on its network with effect from this July 22. So why they are barred this MasterCard company customers? So for this, the reason is they are not compliant with the local data storage regulations. So Reserve Bank of India has barred global card player MasterCard, that is Asia Pacific Private Limited, from onboarding new domestic customers. So on its network with effect from 22nd July over this non-compliance of with this local data storage solutions. The option is, the right answer is option C, it is MasterCard. So RBI has barred MasterCard global card player from onboarding new domestic customers on its network. Now next question says, the International Finance Corporation IFC has invested how much million in MedGenome, MedGenome, to boost up access to testing of COVID-19. The International Finance Corporation has invested how much million in this MedGenome company. So it is a company to boost access to testing of this COVID-19. Now we'll see the options. Options are A. 26.5 million US dollars, B. 16.5, C. 10.5, D. 15.5, N of this. Friends, the International Finance Corporation, this IFC, has invested 16.5. It is option B, the right answer for this question. It is 16.5 millions in this MedGenome. It is a company, it is US based company. So this IFC has going to invest this 60 million US dollars in this MedGenome company. Why? For what purpose? To boost up access to testing of this COVID-19. So it will also support COVID-19 related research activities also. So that is why this much 16.5 million US dollars investing this International Finance Corporation IFC in this US based MedGenome company. That you need to remember. This IFC, its headquarters, it is United States, and this MedGenome also it is United States. So both headquarters it is United States of America, USA. The right answer is option B, 16.5 million US dollars. Now the next question says, the Reserve Bank of India Retail Direct Scheme has been launched by the Central Bank, means Reserve Bank of India, for investment in which debt instruments? The RBL Retail Direct Scheme. That scheme name is RBI Retail Direct. So this scheme launched by RBI, of course, for investment in which type of debt instruments? Now we'll see the options. Options are A. Promissory notes, B. Commercial papers, C. CD, certificate of deposits, D. G-Secs, government securities, in none of this. Friends, recently RBI has launched this retail direct scheme for whom? For retail customers, means retail investors. So the retail investors who wants to buy or sell government securities. So option D, it is right answer. So this government securities comes under retail scheme. So it is also a debt instrument. So now any citizen of India, so that retail investor, that we will call it as in financial terms, we can call them as retail investors. So these retail investors can buy or sell these government securities, so both in primary as well as the secondary market. So for that, for buying these government securities, that scheme name RBI has released, that scheme name is RBI Retail Direct Scheme. So under this scheme, the retail investors can buy or sell these government securities in both markets, primary market and secondary market. So that is the basic idea about this question. The right answer is option D, it is government securities. Now moving on next question. The question says Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has launched BHIM UPI service in which neighboring country recently? Options are A. Sri Lanka, B. Maldives, C. Nepal, D. Bhutan. So option D is the right answer for this question. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has launched this BHIM UPI service with Bhutan country. So Bhutan country counterpart, Finance Minister of Bhutan name is Leonpo Namge. Leonpo Namge. So he is FM of this Bhutan. So both have launched this BHIM UPI service in Bhutan. So that from on July 13th, so the 13th and on June 13th, this BHIM UPI jointly launched this scheme. When it comes to data point, this capital of Bhutan, it is Thimphu, and currency of Bhutan, of course, Bhutani Nagultran. Bhutani Nagultran. Now next question says the government of India has extended the duration of Stand Up India scheme up to the year. Up to what year government has extended this Stand Up India scheme? Now we'll see the options. Options are A 2025, B 2024, C 2023, D 2022. In none of this. Friends, the government of India extended this duration of this Stand Up India scheme up to option A, it is right answer, up to 2025. So this scheme was launched by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji on 5th April of 2016 to facilitate loans to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, that to women borrowers, to promote their entrepreneurship among them. So under this Stand Up India scheme, it is extended up to 2025 as I told now. So under this scheme, every borrower means who are going to take a loan, so they can get loan up minimum 10 lakh and maximum 1 crore under this scheme, especially in scheduled commercial banks. So scheduled commercial banks should have give loan amount 10 lakh to 1 crore under this Stand Up India scheme. And there are also who are going to start a new business, the people who are belong to SC, ST and tribal women borrowers also. So they can get under this scheme, they can get loan under this Stand Up India scheme. So now this scheme launched in 2016. So now our present government, Narendra Modi ji has extended up to 2025. So 2016 to 2025. Now option A is right answer for this question. It is 2025. The government of India has extended the duration of this Stand Up India scheme up to the year 2025. Now it's the next question. The question says, when is the Aayakar Divas, that is Income Tax Day, observed by CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT? It's the options. Options are A 18th July, B 24th June, C 22nd July, D 24th July. In none of this. Friends, the central government, the central board of this direct taxes, CBDT, observed that this 161st. So it is 161st income tax day, that is Aayakar Divas, on 24th July. So option D, right answer for this question. Option D, it is 24th July is the income tax day. So who has telling this, who is saying this 24th July as income tax day? It is saying CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes. So they are confirming that this is 161. This is 161st income tax day, in 2021. That is 24th July 2021 is a 161 first income tax day. So option D right answer for this question, 24th July. 24th July is the income tax rate is Aayakar Divas. Now next question says which bank has selected Paisalo Digital as its national corporate business correspondent? Which bank has selected this Paisalo Digital? It is also a fintech company as its national corporate business correspondent. We'll see the options. Options are A. Axis Bank, B. Bank of Baroda, C. ICICI Bank, D. State Bank of India. None of this. Friends, the right answer is option D. It is State Bank of India. Friends, the State Bank of India has selected Paisalo Digital NBFC as its national corporate business correspondent. So the State Bank of India has selected this Paisalo Digital as its national corporate business correspondent to boost its financial inclusion drive with the help of this kiosk-based banking services. So this Paisalo Digital, they are providing this kiosk-based bank services now. So under this, SBI has selected this Paisalo Digital as its national corporate business correspondent. Now we see the next question. The question says the Multilink and which payments bank partnered to offer banking facilities in rural and semi-urban areas of India. So Multilink company, it is a fintech company. Multilink, it is partnered with which payment bank? So to offer this banking facilities in rural and semi-urban area. Now we'll see the options. Options are A. Paytm Payment Bank, B. NSDL Payment Bank, C. Fino Payment Bank, D. Jio Payment Bank. In none of this. Friends, recently we are seeing in news that is NSDL Payment Bank has partnered with this Multilink fintech company. So they are offering technology to these payment banks. So they are offering this bank facilities in rural and semi-urban areas. This NSDL Payment Bank, it is commenced in the year 2018 now. So it is this NSDL is made as payment bank also. They are giving this simple banking services to every Indian. So NSDL, if you want to know about NSDL Payment Bank, it is a step ahead by your very own NSDL. So NSDL, it is the first and largest depository in India. You are very well. So this has simplifying this your financial and investment journey for more than 2 decades. So after in 2008, this NSDL came into payment banks service. So they are providing simplified bank services to every Indian. So this NSDL Payment Bank partnered with this Multilink to offer bank facilities in rural and semi-urban areas of India. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my Invoicing YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notification to your mobile. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Jai Hind.